Hey you guys, today I'm talking about the Half and Half, not season 4, episode 8. So it starts off with Candace and her homegirl fake beating up the social worker. And I say fake beating up because I'm like, okay, it's two of y'all, and all she got was a bloody nose. Really? And then when she got up to leave, she still had her shoes on. I'm just like, okay, apparently y'all don't know how to fight, but okay. Um, so come to find out, the girl do know about Oscar, and Oscar paid this girl. Well, she said he paid her $25,000 to get the bank info into his computer from Candace. So I'm like, okay, so she threatening this girl, talking about she want her money back, and she giving her 6 hours to get $100,000. And the girl was like, I spent the money. Then she said, okay, I can get it for you. And then she was like, I'll go to my credit union or something. I'm like, okay, she gonna get a loan for 25,000 real quick. But then when Candace said she got to get 100,000, the girl like, I can't get that much, like, but Candace wasn't trying to hear that. And Candace told the girl to get her custody of her son back. So I don't know how this girl's supposed to make it happen. The home girl don't know how this girl's supposed to make it happen. She don't believe the girl gonna make it happen or whatever, but Candace don't know what to do at this point. She's so damn scared of war that she not even thinking straight. So let's finish on with this because I ain't even finna go back. So Candace sitting with her homegirl because she spooked. She don't know what to do. So her homegirl noticed this is about her. And so they start talking about, the girl in $100,000 and she ain't getting shit. And what is she gonna do? Do she got a plan B and all this kind of stuff? So right now, Candace don't know what to do. She's stressed out. She talking about Jim took everything from her. She thought she had everything, and Jim kind of took it away from her, and how she almost, she was real close. She had the teacher do the recommendation for her to do the bar early, and now he's not answering his phone. So the homegirl was like, he dead. I don't know if you heard about this, but he dead or whatever. And he, it was a drive-by at the school, yada, yada, yada. But we all know Jim did that. So then, Candace just real stressed. So she ended up telling her about what war is gonna do, what war is gonna get her ass if she don't, that she crossed the war. Cause she was like, don't tell me you crossed him and all this. And she was like, no, but I didn't tell him everything. I'm like, bitch, you crossed the war. But so the girl, like, what he did to homegirl. And then she named another girl. I said, well, why? Well, I deal with dudes crazy too, so. But I was just like, why would you? I wouldn't think to cross them. You know what I'm saying? If I know that what they about, I would never cross my homeboys that I know about that life. I wouldn't even, cause I'm like this. I understand we cool, but bitch, no, there is not when it come to people money, they kids, that friendship shit goes out the window. So I would never cross none of my homeboys that I know is some damn riders, no, ever. So Candace, that was dumb on your part. But so they started talking about, we need to tell Benny, because she was telling her like he's gonna hurt Benny before he hurts me. And the homegirl was like, you need to tell Benny. And she was like, I can't tell Benny this because Benny is crazy. Like, apparently we've been seeing the good side of Benny, but we also have seen Benny pop off, but maybe we ain't seen Benny at his full potential of being pissed off. So, and he's from the hood, so hell, they all got that crazy side. Um, but yeah, so she was scared to tell Benny or whatever. And then they were talking about how they was gonna get War his money. And she was like, I'm gonna get the money from my old girl. And the homegirl was like, that's not enough. And so then she was like, well, I can mortgage my house. And she was like, that's still not enough. And I'm sitting there like, but he don't, he knows that it's a lot, but he don't know exactly how much. Like, come on now. So then they was like, what about Benny's house? And she was like, I don't know if I can ask him that, and how am I going to tell him that, and all this kind of stuff, yada, 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 whatever. So anyway, moving on. Oscar goes to David and tells him about the pictures with Benny and how Maggie paid old boy to take the pictures. So now he know really that Maggie paid the PI and put the pictures out, which he already knew. And he already knew it was Benny in the picture, so whatever. So it was something else he ended up saying. Oh, he and Catherine ended up coming in. Catherine ended up coming in pissed the hell off that nobody is helping her. She don't know anything. She don't understand why he's not trying to get Veronica out of jail. And he was like, I'm working on some things, but he's not really telling her everything, you know what I'm saying? So she really in the dark, but she really pissed off because won't nobody help her get them out. So she felt like y'all don't want to help them. I'm gonna help them get them out. So she just like really pissed. Her phone started ringing and it's the guy at the bank calling her, basically trying to warn her about her damn son. But she's so pissed off and all up into her family drama that she shrugged him off. I said, you gonna pay for you shrugging this man off. But okay. What else happened with that? Nobody cares. So then the DA ended up calling the bank dude and threatened him because she was like, you bet not stop Wyatt from getting his money. Everything is in order. You better not try to call his mama, but she had already tried that, so he can't do it again. So, yeah, she threatened about that or whatever. Jim and Veronica. I laughed so hard just watching this part. Oh my God. It was a good episode because I was laughing so hard on this episode. But I love to see Jim and Veronica go at it. I'll be here for it. So they talking, Catherine got them a lawyer. Let's go and put the relevant part out the way. Veronica gonna represent her damn self because she done beat this lawyer 30 some times, so she don't trust his ass to represent her. She gonna represent herself. Okay, cool, whatever. But she asking Catherine about, is David, trying to get me out? What about David? Yada yada yada. And Catherine is beating around the bush about David is trying to help her. Jim like, no, he not. Tell the truth. No, he not. And Catherine is so busy trying to beat around the bush. He like, tell her the truth. Tell her the truth. No, he not. And I'm just sitting here laughing so hard because he like he just don't care, and he know this will hurt her feelings. And then he was like, he seen the papers, like he want to leave your ass in there, but Jim knows that David is trying to leave her in there for safety reasons. He knows this, but it's making it look like he's pissed off about her having this affair with old boy. But it's not the case. But by him rubbing it in her face the way he do, I be so here for it. I'm telling you, I'd be so here for it. Another thing is, she be looking like Olivia Pope by the clothes. I'm sorry, that's when you know you ain't got no true homegirl. Because Catherine is not your true homegirl. Bitch, I'm sorry, who put them braids in? Because I don't know if you've been watching YouTube tutorials and not, Veronica, know people from the hood. I don't know. But if you take them braids out, it irritated me that she showed up to court in them punk ass braids when I know she has a curl pattern by now if she take them damn braids out. I was just like, won't you just have your homegirl stand behind you, take them out. You're going to have a cute little thing for court. Why would you show up to court in them fucking braids? I wasn't, you ain't got no true homegirl. Maybe it was just me looking too much into it, but I was just like, why would you do this? Why would you do this? You supposed to be all about fashion and looking cute. Why would you show up to court in them punk ass braids? Whatever. Anyway, I was laughing when Jim was like, I want you out of jail. Your husband don't want you out, but I want you out. I said, yes, because he is trying to off your ass. Just saying. So Wyatt goes to the DA about, talking about his money and how he needs to help get his ass out the house because the mom is out of jail and all this kind of stuff. Whatever. This is another part I got my life on. This is the only time I probably is going to tell y'all I was here for Hannah. I was so here for Hannah on damn segment. So David comes into Catherine and them house, and Hannah's ass still sitting there. Apparently God didn't help her walk out the door, because remember last episode she prayed to God. I'm just saying, I'm not saying God don't answer prayers, but I'm just saying, why was she still sitting in that house after you prayed to God to get you out that house and your ass still sitting there? But see, that's when you don't be caring, you ain't hearing what God's saying, you worried about your money. I'm just saying, because she was like, I'm not going nowhere until I get my check. And I was like, yeah, bitch, because you can't get back on the bus. You ain't spent the $8, $9, but okay. But anyway, she's sitting there talking about, I'm just going to sit here till they come. And he was like, it's going to be a while. She was like, I don't care. I'm going to sit here till I get my check. So they talking, and she confronts him about about Wyatt hitting the little girl and them covering it up and hitting Benny and all that kind of stuff, and they covering it up. So they get past that. I don't even care about that, because he was sitting there like, by law, I can't talk about that. So then she was like, well, if you know they ain't coming back, why your ass here? And, well, she wasn't cussing, but So he was like, because I would hope that I'll run into you, because he said he went past her house, he seen her house was burnt up or whatever. So he said, sorry about that, yada, yada, yada. She looking at him like, bitch, please. So he was saying, I, was hoping I run into you. And she was like, for what? And he was talking about, because of my wife, and your son. And she was like, just like you said, you couldn't talk to me. It's an investigation. I can't talk to you about my son because it's an investigation. I was here for it. I was so here for her getting smart with him, because he do talk to people like they all do. Him and his punk ass wife, they be talking to people like they beneath them, or they don't comprehend what they saying because of where they from. Fuck you, David. I'm just saying. And then it just bothers me when David wants to get hard with Benny and Hannah and Candace, but you can't even get hard with your fucking wife. Shut up. Anyway, so they arguing or whatever, and let me go back. Let me think about a lot of things that they said, because I was so here. Like I said, I was so here for Hannah talking shit to him. But like I said, she wouldn't talk to him about the wife or whatever, because he was like, was my wife at your house when I came over there to get my truck? And that's what she said. She couldn't answer it or whatever. And so, he was trying to get information out of her, and she was just like, I'm not no dumbass maid. Like, well, she didn't say dumbass, but she was like, I'm not no dumb maid, you know what I'm saying? So you're not just going to talk to me any kind of way. But he was like, I talked to your son. Because she was like, you need to talk to my son. And he was like, I did. And she was like, well, what did he say? And she said, well, talk to my wife. And he said, no. He said, you need to ask your wife. And she was like, And he was like, well, what should he have said? And she said, he should have said, ask your trifling ass wife. I said, y'all are about to turn Hannah from saint to sinner real quick. Oh my God, and I will be so here for it. I will be so here for Hannah turning into Candace. I promise I would, because I said if they both turn into some bitches, they will be a force to be reckoned with Veronica ass. I'm just saying, I can't stand Veronica, and I just want people to come after her. Now Catherine not so much, because she gullible, she in the dark about a lot of shit. And I think that even though I know this is gonna hurt her or whatever, and I know it's hurting her as a mom, but I really do think that Catherine and Hannah really had a genuine friendship, way better than the friendship with Catherine and Veronica. But yeah, Catherine, you're gonna have to get yours too by her. I'm just saying, like, hey, you're gonna have to get that cuss out, and then maybe y'all can work past it. I don't know, but I did like their friendship. But when she said that, called her that boy white trifling ass, I was so here for. I said, ooh, the Christian. Y'all Christian pick and choose when y'all want to be Christians and be letting them cuss words slip. But I be here for when I be hearing Christians cuss like that, because I be like, ooh, yeah, y'all just like us. I'm just saying. But anyway, but he was telling her Well, it made it go there because he was telling her like that he's trying to look out for Benny's best interest and he know his wife can be conniving. She was like, I know that. Like, you ain't got to tell me shit. I know your wife's a bitch and conniving and scandalous and shit. So, you know, he was trying to make it seem like he was looking out for Benny, but she was not here for that, and she was not stupid, and I was here for that. So then she was like, I don't have nothing else to say to you. I'm just going to sit here and wait on my check. Since I ain't waiting on God to move me no more. I'm just saying. But anyway, so he leaves and walks out to the next room. He calls Oscar and tell Oscar to reroute all Benny phone calls to the tow truck and put them at another tow yard so he don't make no more damn money. I said, see, you gonna keep playing with hood people and you gonna get some hood shit happen to you. I'm just saying, y'all rich people think money gonna be able to save y'all and yada yada yada, but hood people is not gonna play that shit when, especially when it comes to our money. We act a whole different way. We could be real nice, real good. You mess with our money and our kids, it's gonna be a problem, David. I'm just saying, and I'm here for Benny fucking him up, playing with his money. That's when you know a nigga scoring. All in his feelings. Nigga, get over it. Your wife's a bitch. So anyway, Wyatt buys this $3 million condo because he an idiot. And do some more cocaine because he a just dumbass idiot. What else? Jim, okay, they go to court. Jim gets no bail. He goes off because he ain't get no damn bail. He thought that he was because of who his wife is and who he was, and nope, it didn't work like that. I was laughing. But Veronica, on the other goddamn stupid ass hand, she got bail because she's a lawyer. She's a good ass lawyer and she knows what she's doing. I'm just saying, maybe it was a good thing that maybe Jim, you being an asshole to her, maybe she should have represented you. You'll be out. I don't know. But that's what happens. That's what happens when you think money can get you out of jail. Just saying. But this TV. Anyway, what else happened? Mitch and Benny goes back to the tow yard, like, what's up with the, work, what's going on? He was like, ain't no calls coming through. So Benny, like, you tripping. He was like, man, ever since your ass came here with that damn lime and ropes and shovels and shit, and then the Harrington dude came by an hour later, then we ain't getting no business. So Mitch don't know what's going on, but he putting them two together and they ain't got shit to do with shit. So Benny ain't comprehending because he had put them together. He was like, man, ain't got nothing to do with this. Ooh. So Benny calls and noticed that the phones ain't ringing when he calls from his cell phone. Then he calls from his cell phone and calls from the office phone, calls his cell phone, and it rings. So Mitch was like, dude, I tried all that. But I'm like, well, why wouldn't y'all call the shop? Why is it not going to the place? I'm just told you, it's always some kind of bad writing. I'm just saying. So Benny pissed off. Now you fucking with his money. So Benny goes and go confront David. But before he confronts David, Maggie ass is crying. Candace calls to meet up with Landon, but Landon ass is saying, I gotta put this fire out at the office. He walks in Maggie's office. She crying about David being mad at her, talking about I shouldn't have did it. David walked in and was like, no, you shouldn't have did it. While they talking, Benny walks in. He like, oh, so now you want to come see me? He was like, you want to play with my phones? You playing with my money, so here I am. So they goes in the office. David tried to act hard. Benny like, man, I just want my fucking phones on. I didn't even fuck your wife like that. I only fucked her once. Maybe not once, but a couple of times. But it ain't even like that. I don't want that bitch. That bitch is crazy. She be coming after me. You need to deal with your wife and put my goddamn phones back on. David talking shit, gets in Benny's face. Benny gets back in his face like, man, I will hurt you. And then he was like, man, you old arrogant ass dude. You know how older people don't want younger people to feel like they can hurt them. I'll be like, man, you gonna get your ass whooped by this little young boy. I'm just saying. But they grab each other by the throat. Nobody throws no punches because Landon comes in and say, your wife got bailed out. And David punk ass forgets that he was fighting and let him go and runs out the office like a little bitch because he got to go save his wife. I was like, what kind of fight is this? I'm confused. I'm so confused. But that's all that happened on the half and a half not. So I hope you guys are in it, enjoyed this video. I enjoyed this episode. And make sure you follow me on all social medias by The Ghetto View, THA, not THE. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Yeah. All right. Peace out, you guys.